If you're thinking about Bali, you need to see this before you plan anything. I just spent 2 weeks chasing my bucket list Bali, the one you see online. Kind of. Everything the internet makes it out to be. Kind of. I'm giving you the real rules of Bali, a list of 15 do this, don't do that make this trip unforgettable in every single way. The list that will save you from wasting your money, your time, and your sanity. Wait until you see number 14. You will learn the best time to visit, how to survive a 23-hour flight, how to travel inside Bali like you actually belong there, where to stay that's worth every dollar, what is truly worth seeing, and the hyped places we wished we'd skipped. Clearly, we have a lot to cover, and it's about to get really good. Hi everyone, I'm Leslie, and I live for travel. Travel that surprises me, that challenges me, that changes me. I collect passport stamps the same way most people collect houseplants. I never unpack, and I am passport ready. Today, I'm taking you with me to experience Bali the way you need to know it. Let's kick this off with traveling to Bali is no joke. Most travelers will have multiple legs and long flights. Not to be dramatic, but mine was 3 flights and 23 hours. So number 1 in the do's and don'ts is how to get to Bali in one sane piece. Watch the clock. This is the most important flight tip I can give you. Your body needs to be on Bali time before your feet ever touch Indonesia. This means you want to stay loyal to your destination time zone. If it's daytime in Bali when you arrive, you need to sleep so you're awake when you get there. When you arrive, you're refreshed and ready to explore, and then super ready for a great night's sleep. Trust me, you'll thank me when you get there. Bonus here, hydrate like 2 days before you leave. Like your vacation depends on it. It's a game changer for your sleep. Don't just take the cheapest flight. The cheap flights look tempting until you realize they come with a surprise 10-hour layover or some strange routing. Equally, watch the short layovers. This can be an absolute trip killer when you miss your next leg. If $300 is that important, this might not be the right trip for you right now. Spend the money here. Bali is so affordable to travel, you'll be glad you spent the money on your flight. Number 2, build a long-haul kit. This is not a cute little pouch, it's a survival kit. Wet wipes, Clorox wipes, lip mask, electrolyte packets, nasal spray, compression socks, your water bottle, your noise canceling headphones, preloaded music. You get the idea. After 6 hours, you'll appreciate the variety. Don't expect your airline to take care of you. Long haul comfort is a sport and you need to play to win. Bring snacks. I cannot express this enough. Bring snacks like granola bars, nuts, gummies, crackers. Ask for an extra bottle of water for the middle of the night. Choose your seat with strategy. Mine is always an aisle, like at all costs. I even had no one in my middle seat. You do you, but don't ever choose the middle seat unless you're doing a research study on personal regret. And if you upgrade one leg, upgrade the longest one. Your spine will thank you. In our case, we upgraded our longest Taipei leg to Economy Plus, which gave us more room, and we did back-to-back aisle seats so we could still gossip. We realized when we arrived in Taipei...
Let's go see if our plane is a Hello Kitty plane. Darn it, we don't want that plane, we want this plane. Totally wrong. I was totally wrong. I was upstairs at the wrong gate.
I mean, come on now, look at this. The flight attendants had the cutest pink aprons on as they served us Hello Kitty themed meals, drinks, and snacks, and even these pink plastic forks that's now a precious souvenir for me.
It feels like 185 hours later.
We absolutely wanted to stay in a traditional Balinese villa, and we were not disappointed. I told you Bali is affordable, and I meant it. You can stay in beautiful hotels here for $30 US and everything up from there. We started our trip in Ubud at the most extraordinary Balinese villa with a private pool that looks straight out over a rice paddy. We were in heaven. Well, almost. Because our stay didn't come without incident. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first we need to talk about how to get around the island. Traffic is an organized chaos in Bali, and I emphasize the word chaos. Choosing how you'll move around Bali is critically important, as critical as Bali belly, and I'll tell you about that later. A travel option here is to get Grab or Gojek. Think like Uber, but Bali style. Hotels sometimes refuse them, and some areas restrict pickup or drop off, so just keep that in mind. There's also scooter rental. Leave the scooters to the locals. Just trust me here. Remember the traffic. Lanes are suggestions. Scooters pass from every different direction. Unless you're visiting a hospital on your sightseeing trip, just skip a scooter. Taxi, I would skip the taxis too. Pricing can get very creative, and they sometimes tout a special tourist rate. It's just a hard no for me. And finally, renting a car. Let's all agree you are not renting a car. Repeat after me, I will not rent a car in Bali. It's just a no, no, no. There is just, yeah, don't rent a car. Which brings us to the real answer, a private driver. I did tons of research here, and I found a private driver through a company called HireBaliDriver.com, and I could not recommend this highly enough. We paid $50 US a day. He was available at our beck and call. We could text him the night before and let him know what we wanted to do the next day. He took us pretty much the majority of the island. They don't go too far east, but everything we wanted to see within our reasonable driving distance, he took us. He was amazing, and it was perfect. Hire a driver. Now that you understand how to get around the island, let's go back to where we stayed. We had 3 stops planned for this trip: Ubud, Seminyak, and Nusa. And in Ubud, we chose the Ubud Padi villas. Look at this. Ubud is a cultural heart of Bali. The temples, the jungles, the rice terraces, the waterfalls, the art, the tradition, the healing rituals, everything you dream about when you picture Bali exists right here in Ubud. It's also perfectly placed on the map. It sits in the center of the island, which makes it a launch pad for almost everything you want to see. You're close to the monkey forest, close to temples, rice terraces, some of the most iconic viewpoints in all of Bali, and I'll show you all of that. And since it's central, it connects us easily to our next stop in Seminyak. The Ubud Padi Villas was the quaintest little village of villas, if you will. Our villa was beautiful, but I wonder how you feel about having an outdoor bathroom. Good, how are you? We weren't quite sure, mostly due to the critters Indonesia is known for. We never saw a single one, but it was unnerving each time we had to walk out, especially in the middle of the night. We had a $25 US morning and evening massage every day that were exactly what the travel doctor ordered. There's nothing better, actually. Our breakfast was a close second, handmade and delivered to us every morning. We did have a bit of an incident with a leak after a crazy rain. We debated finding another hotel, but we decided we'd tough it out as they fixed the leak, and we're glad we did. Speaking of the rain, let's talk about the do's and don'ts of traveling to Bali during Bali season. Bali has 2 seasons, dry season and wet season. Dry season is the golden hour of the entire island. This is April through October. Having said that, we did February. This is shoulder season, and it's always a season you should look at when you're traveling because it can be less crowded and cheaper. And in our case, it was perfect. Don't underestimate the wet season.
And our umbrellas, we're holding them because they don't close. Yeah, I think there's like a paper clip up there, but yeah, they're not closing. And it is pouring rain, but we're hanging in there, and Yeah, we're in Bali, so there's that.
The internet will tell you it rains sometimes in Bali. No, it rains, like for real, like vacation ruining rain. We had the one day where our villa leaked and then 2 weeks of beautiful sun in February. Bottom line, pick your month with intention and Bali will show you the absolute magic that it is. Our first day of exploring Ubud, we stumbled into a Pajawasi Day celebration. This celebration is to strengthen one against evil forces. Translated, it means iron fence, fortifying one's soul and mind. That couldn't be any more perfect, right? Do the monkey forest. Many people discourage this stop, but I would encourage it. Entrance is only $6 at the time of this filming, and it gives you access to the entire park. The monkeys roam wild over 12 hectares, so watch for them everywhere. The park is lush, the temples are gorgeous, but they are sacred, so pay respect, and the entire park only takes about 2 to 3 hours, so it's a great stop. Don't reach out, feed, or entice the monkeys in any way. They're sneaky and not nice, and you don't want to get close to them. A definite do is a spiritual healing while you're here in Bali. One of our favorite things we did, just true Balinese and culturally rooted. An incredible moment of cleansing, reading, and release. We did ours with Spiritual Soul Healing, uluwatutemple.id. These sacred healing ceremonies can be the most powerful experiences of your trip and one of the most overwhelming. It's not a tourist attraction, it's a spiritual ritual. So go with respect and curiosity and zero expectations. That's when the magic actually happens. Don't forget to research. We relied on our driver here to pick the healer. We wish we had researched where to go in advance, as we felt like this one was a bit touristy for us, but it was an incredible cleansing nonetheless. Do visit a rice terrace. Having a rice paddy at your villa just doesn't check the rice box for us. This is one of the most breathtaking sights in Bali. Really difficult to get your head around, honestly. Just stunningly beautiful with incredible photo ops everywhere. This one was close to Ubud, making it perfect for us, and consider sunrise to make the rice terrace even more special if you visit. Don't miss all the photo ops. This one has a swing where you can dress up and swing or ride a bike across the top. You can climb down into the terrace and up the other side. We could have spent all day here. Don't forget your water and good walking shoes. It's a terrace after all. Do stop at the Gunung Kawi. Gunung Kawi is one of the most jaw-dropping and underrated temple complexes in Bali. I'll just let this play out. It's a royal memorial temple complex built to honor Bali's kings that dates back to the 11th century. It's one of the most peaceful water temples in Bali. Forget the crowds and chaos. Here you'll get emerald pools, floating shrines, koi fish, and sheer silence. It feels like the island is exhaling. We toured temples all over Bali, and this one was not to be missed. Don't forget to wear something that covers your shoulders and bring a sarong. Most places will provide you one, but if you don't want to miss a single temple, you might just want to have one in your bag. Do visit Mount Batur. At a minimum, do it this way, by a roadside viewpoint. We had planned to do a sunrise hike here, however, the 2 a.m. start time and concern about the recent rain, we opted for the roadside view instead. Mount Batur is Bali's most famous active volcano, sitting inside a massive caldera with a sparkling lake beside it. At the top, you can see the steam vents coming out of the ground, black lava fields, a rim that looks like it's another planet, and you can see on a clear day all the way across to the other mountain range and even Lombok, Indonesia. The volcano has erupted multiple times, which is why the landscape around it looks so dramatic. It's spiritual, powerful, and tied deeply to Balinese culture. This is one of two of the most controversial things I will say in this video. Don't go to the Mother Temple. I know, this is the holiest of temples. It's massive, it's historic, it's absolutely beautiful. But here's the truth, it didn't feel spiritual to us at all. Very commercialized, which was so disappointing. Everything about the experience felt commercialized. The parking system, the mandatory guides, and our guide wasn't nice. The lines, the crowd control, the sales pressure, the energy of rushing people through, it felt the farthest thing from spiritual to us. Architecturally, it's one of the most impressive complexes in Bali. If you want a meaningful, peaceful, spiritual moment in Bali, there are so many temples that give you exactly that. Even the small family ones in Ubud. They felt authentic. This did not, at least not for us. Again, this is just our experience. Your experience might be completely different. But if you want to feel spiritual rather than commercial, I would choose a different temple. Do the Pyramid of Chi. Self-described as a devoted community committed to nurturing spiritual growth, inner exploration, and a personal awakening through the profound power of sound and frequency. We did a light sound therapy here, and it was one of the best non-drug induced psychedelic experiences I've ever had. Absolutely something you have to experience for yourself, but it was mind-blowing. I loved this. It's not a traditional, like, yoga studio like you would think of when you think of Bali. This is an actual facility that's running all different types of classes, but it was 100% worth it. Loved it. My next don't might be the most important one. Don't forget to just be. Be in the moment. Be present. Bali rewards the people who slow down, the ones who just let the moments happen, the ones who sit still long enough to feel why this place pulls people back again and again. Just don't forget to stop. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to just be, because that is the version of Bali you will never forget. We did a hike just outside of Ubud, and again, we're welcomed into a procession that left us honored and blessed to be a part of it. Do get $6 massages in Ubud. Yes, $6 in the little town of Ubud. They're everywhere. It was an hour and incredible. Just don't forget to tip the massage therapist. That's where they make their real money. Tippers are great travelers. Don't eat the Balinese food from the food stands. You will want to. Just say no. In fact, our driver refused to even allow us to do it. He had taken his last passenger to the hospital due to Bali belly. It's a real thing and it's not to be tested. Just stick with the restaurants. Please just stick with the restaurants. As we said goodbye to Ubud and hello to Seminyak. We chose Seminyak as we made our way down the island. Seminyak is Bali's high-end beach district. If Ubud is the quiet firstborn, Seminyak is the wild middle child. Think beach clubs, sunset cocktails, luxury boutiques, and a nightlife pulse you can feel on the sidewalks. It's chic, it's social, it's lively, and it's a completely different vibe from the calm Ubud. And wait until you see our accommodations here. We really didn't know what the Ubud Padi villas would be like, so we went for another villa here. really never wanted to leave this place. But Tahana had dinner waiting for us. When we checked in, they asked us what time we wanted to do breakfast. Okay, 9 o'clock. And she said, okay, the chef will be at your villa at 8:30 and he'll ring your doorbell. He literally rode up on a bike, came in with a basket, prepared our breakfast, and served it to us on our patio. Every morning. Again, we never really wanted to leave our villa, but definitely want to see GWK. GWK stands for Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park, and it's one of the most dramatic, over-the-top, larger-than-life attractions in all of Bali. Imagine a massive hilltop cultural complex with towering limestone cliffs carved into corridors, Balinese performance stages, panoramic views, and the star of the entire place. The Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue. This statue of the god of Wisnu riding the mythical Garuda bird is huge, like 46-story tall, huge, bigger than the Statue of Liberty even. We saw it flying into Bali, and although you can see it from the freeway, GWK is Bali turned all the way up and is a park you definitely don't want to miss. Don't pay for the tour or transit within the park. The park's well marked and detailed with signs and totally walkable. Although big, the entrance ticket was plenty. Just be prepared with good walking shoes. We stopped for a quick stop at the beach. Our driver insisted on seeing the water, not knowing what was up next for us. Wait for it. And we took some sweet pics with some local schoolgirls. This is unsolicited, but one of the don'ts is don't go to the beach club. In my opinion, the beach is beautiful. You don't need to go to one of the clubs. It was just a whole lot of hoopla that the beach would have been so much better. The mango margaritas with an S were... But otherwise, skip it. Do a fire dance. Perhaps touristy, but this one was absolutely incredible. The Kecak. The Kecak fire dance tells the story of Prince Rama fighting to rescue his wife Sita from a demon king. The white monkey god sets fire to the enemy kingdom with his flaming tail, and the chanting of men become the heartbeat of the battle. No instruments, just voices, fire, and one of the most powerful sunsets in Bali. We loved, loved, loved this. My next don't is going to shock you because everyone on the internet recommends it. Don't go to Nusa Penida. You'll see it highly recommended, and listen, the island's beautiful, the photos are beautiful, the cliffs are beautiful, the water's beautiful, but here's the reality. For us, the experience was not beautiful. The internet sells Penida like a dream. In real life, it feels like a total tourist trap. The crowds were insane, like insane. The wait times are insane. The road was brutal. The iconic viewpoints look exactly like the photos, but getting to them is a whole different story. It's hot, it's dusty, it's chaotic, and there are so many people, and honestly, it felt unsafe in some spots. It didn't feel magical at all. And they're adding a tourist elevator at the Keeling King Beach, so God help us all. That's gonna make it even more ridiculous. Could Penida be amazing? Absolutely. In hindsight, we should have done a boat. We took the ferry over to the island, which was super easy to do, but then we should have gotten on a boat and toured the island on the boat because we could have then seen it from the water, experienced the water, avoided all the people, and it would have been much more the experience that we were expecting. In the end, Bali has 1,000 places that feel like heaven. Penida was not one of them for us, for sure. This is Angel's Billabong. It's one of the most photographed spots in Penida and also one of the most dangerous if you visit on the wrong tide. Many travelers have been swept off the rocks because of the sudden waves. Have your camera ready as the droves of tourists again were insane. Here's another stop at Klingking Beach. This is the iconic dinosaur head cliff you see in every Bali photo. The view from the top is absolutely jaw-dropping. It's the poster child of Bali tourism on one of the most dramatic coastlines on earth. Klingking is not just a viewpoint. It's a full-on physical challenge, and the beach at the bottom is the most dangerous in Indonesia. The hike is basically climbing down a vertical cliff using bamboo rails held together with rope. Most visitors never go down to the beach. They take the viewpoint photo and leave. But again, we could have seen it from the boat. The best part of this beach stop is this temple pic. We have to say a heartfelt goodbye to our stunning villa in Seminyak. Bye, Kunja. Oh, we loved you so much. As we have one last stop in Bali. A stop I have dreamt about my whole life. This is number 14, the one I told you, wait until you see this. One that is so elite, I can't believe we're here. Where is it? I'm glad you asked. This piece de resistance is the Ritz Carlton in Nusa Dua. What? Do splurge and stay at your dream resort while in Bali. You can finally afford it. If you have a dream, I've never stayed in the Ritz Carlton ever anywhere, and like, what an opportunity. And because the exchange is so affordable, you can do it here in Bali and take advantage of it. It was worth every single penny. Our thought was not only a bucket list moment, but also a complete disconnect. Days to allow us to take it all in, be pampered, rest and breathe, all Bali brought us. The Ritz understood the assignment, times 100. We booked our room through American Express Travel, which afforded us an upgrade. And when the Ritz hears upgrade, they upgrade. Look at this suite. They gave us a suite.
Thank you.
Don't use the spa at the Ritz. Instead, Rose Hill Spa enters the chat. For literally a third of the price, Rose Hill will pick you up, drop you back off as part of their service. Back at the Ritz, some beach time is needed, and as you walk through the resort, every single staff member knows you by name. I'm not sure how they remember everyone, but such a small detail goes a long way. The unfiltered sunsets in Bali are beyond. What a beautiful night. And of course, we have to have another Rose Hill massage. Quick exploring of Nusa Dua. This area is not for everyone, as there's not a lot to do here this far down on the island, but for R&R, it hits all the boxes. Nusa Dua was built as a controlled, manicured tourism enclave, complete with gates, security, manicured lawns, and resort-only beaches. It's Bali's version of all comfort and no chaos. Due to the reef, the waves break far offshore and create a naturally protected lagoon. Great for paddleboarding, lounging, and swimming. It's so elite, the G20 summit was held here. We loved these cookies so much that they gave us at check-in that they brought us an entire tray of them. The staff at the Ritz is definitely trained not to say no. S'mores on the beach? Of course!
Oh my God. What is happening?
Yes, madam, you have any allergy?
What?
Oh, yeah?
S'mores even?
Yes. Oh,
I love you.
for you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Can you put your shoes here?
Oh,
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you.
yes. Oh, can it get any better than this? Oh my gosh.
Please pull, madam.
Oh my gosh, you are the best. When in Bali.
We of course loved the Nusa Ritz Carlton, and what an incredible way to say until next time. Bye Ritz Carlton. Thank you for being so amazing.
Bye to our incredible Ritz-Carlton beds and pillows and comforter and oh so coziness.
And my number 15 is be warned. Bali changes you at your core. It'll change who you are, how you see the world, and where you want to go next. Thank you, Bali. I will never forget you. I still have my bracelet on, and I went to Bali in February. It's December. It is that incredible. If it's on your bucket list, move it up to the top. And with that, Bali's a wrap. Until next time, I hope you loved our journey through Bali, and I would appreciate any of your comments. Don't forget to put them in the comment section below. As always, thank you for being here, and until next time, bye for now.